Hello again and welcome back. Welcome to a new class, to class number 148. Not bad. We're making progress. We're moving forward. We're progressing. To progress es el verbo. To progress. Se acentúa la segunda sílaba. Progress. Cuando es verbo. Cuando es sustantivo, no. Progress. Progress. To make progress. We're making progress. We're progressing. Okay, that's the idea. The idea is to progress. Slowly but surely, step by step, little by little. And let's start with a brief, short review of class number 147. Every day I finish, yesterday I finished. Every day I finish working, or I finish work. Dejo el trabajo, termino el trabajo, o termino de trabajar. Dejo de trabajar. Every day I finish work. Every day I finish working. Around 8 o'clock. Yesterday I finished working at 8 o'clock sharp. 8 o'clock sharp. 8 o'clock on the dot. All right, at exactly 8 o'clock, I finished working. Now my wife usually finishes around 7:30. She doesn't finish around 8. She usually finishes around 7. All right, Maria finishes at 8:15 usually. Yeah, she finishes at 8:15. But sometimes she finishes after midnight. Because if she's the floor manager for the advanced program ends at 12:30. So she finishes at 12:30. Fijaos lo que acaba de hacer. Acabo de cambiar de verbo. Acabo de decir ends. He dicho, la clase de avanzado termina a las 12:30, por lo tanto, a veces, cuando está de regidora en ese programa, termina a las 12:30. The advanced program ends at 12:30. So sometimes Maria finishes at 12:30. Finish es un verbo personal. I finish, you finish, she finishes. And, END, es un verbo impersonal. La guerra terminó. The war ended. Las guerras siempre terminan. Wars always end. Este programa termina. This program ends. So, when you're speaking of things, usually we use the verb to end and not to finish. Este programa terminará cuando yo lo termine. This program will end when I decide to finish the program, okay? So, when Maria is the floor manager for program number 3, the advanced program, she finishes at 12:30 at night, very late. All right, let's go to camera 1, shall we? Camera number 1. Okay, to finish. Every day I finish, yesterday I finished. Every day she finishes, yesterday she finished. Finished, worked, helped, walked, talked. La T, el sonido de T en el pasado simple, de los verbos, de algunos verbos regulares, pero verbos muy importantes. Worked, walked, finished, looked, parked, etc. Okay, I never go shopping on Saturday afternoons. I hate going shopping on Saturday afternoons. I always go shopping on Saturday mornings. I never go shopping on Saturday afternoons because there are too many people shopping. So I never go shopping on Saturday afternoons. I never go on holiday during Holy Week, during Easter, Semana Santa, Holy Week or Easter. I never go on vacation or on holiday. I never go on holiday. I never go on vacation during Easter. There are too many people. There are too many people, okay, doing the same thing. I never come here late. I always come on time. I never come here to this program on Friday afternoons. There's too much traffic. I record this program on Friday morning, okay? I never come here on Saturday. I always come here Monday to Friday. I never come here on Saturday or Sunday. I often come here in the morning for special programs, but I never come here on Saturday and Sunday. I sometimes come here to help other people with their programs, but I never come here on Saturday and Sunday. I usually come here dressed to start the program without changing clothes, but I never come here in a suit. Bueno, miento, I hardly ever come here en traje, vestido de traje. I hardly ever, casi nunca, I hardly ever come here in a suit. Okay? I usually drink water during the program, but sometimes I drink beer. Yeah. Sometimes I said, Maria, I need some water. Maria says, there isn't any water, but there's some beer in the refrigerator. I say, okay. So sometimes I drink beer. So sometimes when you see me teaching you and taking a sip, it's not water. Sometimes I drink beer, but not very often. I usually drink water. I never drink wine on the program. I never drink wine on the program. But I like wine. But I never drink wine here, and I never drink wine in a Mexican restaurant. I always drink beer. But I never drink beer in a fish restaurant. I always drink white wine or rosé. Now, I never drink white wine or rosé in a lamb restaurant, de cordero. But sometimes I drink what you call clarete. But usually I drink red wine in a lamb restaurant. But I never drink red wine in a Chinese restaurant. I never drink red wine in a Chinese. Well, no. I hardly ever drink red wine in a Chinese restaurant. I almost always drink rosé or white wine. Okay? Now, I hardly ever go to a Thai restaurant. And I never go to an Indian restaurant. I often go to a Korean restaurant. And I often go to Chinese restaurants. But I hardly ever go to Japanese restaurants. And I hardly ever go to Thai restaurants. Maybe I should go more often. And I never go to, I hardly ever go to Indian restaurants. I often go to German restaurants. But I hardly ever go to French restaurants. I usually go to Spanish restaurants, and I almost always go to American restaurants when I'm in the United States. But I don't go to American restaurants in Spain very often. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes to continue with class number 148.
Hello and welcome. Nice to see you. Are you ready to review? Yes, we're ready to review. Are you ready to review?
Yes, I am.
Are you the leading expert in reviews?
Yes.
Yes, she is. She's the biggest expert in reviews in Spain. So let's go.
Yes.
The first verb we're going to practice is to finish. To finish. ¿Cómo se dice en español? To finish.
Terminar.
Okay. And importante, finish con SH. Finish. Okay. Now, Esther, every day my friend finishes his work. And yesterday?
Yesterday he finished his work.
Okay, he finished his work. Every day he finishes. Yesterday he finished. Every day they finish late. Yesterday?
Yesterday they finished late.
Very good. Did you finish at 4 o'clock yesterday?
No, I didn't finish at 4 o'clock yesterday.
Do you finish at 4 o'clock every day?
No, I don't finish at 4 o'clock every day.
Very good, very good. Okay. Did you finish at 4 o'clock yesterday? She did not finish at 4 o'clock yesterday. Do you finish at 4 o'clock every day? No, she doesn't finish at 4 o'clock every day. Did she finish at 10:30 yesterday?
Yes, he finished.
She
finished at she finished.
Very good.
At 10:30 yesterday.
Okay, and every day?
No, she doesn't finish at 10:30 every day.
Okay, she doesn't finish at 10:30 every day, but she finished at 10:30 yesterday. Okay, can you repeat? She finished?
She finished at
Finish.
finished.
Very good, very good. Hace otra vez más.
Finished.
Very good. She finished. She finished.
Finished.
And then negative?
Didn't finish.
Okay, and does she finish at 10:30 every day?
No, she doesn't finish at
Finish.
finish.
She doesn't finish?
She doesn't finish at 10:30 every day.
Very good, Esther. Is this class finished?
No, this class isn't finished.
Okay, what time did this class finish yesterday?
This class finished yesterday at 4:30.
Okay, so this class isn't finished today, it finished yesterday at 4:30. What time do you finish work every day?
I finish work at 7:30.
Okay, and last year?
Last year I finished work at 6:30.
Okay, now at home, try. Every day I finish work at 6:30, and last year I finished. Okay? Every day I finish work at 6:30. Repeat. Good. Now, last year I finished work at 6:30. And now repeat. Okay, good. Esther, do you finish your sentences?
Yes, I finish my sentences.
Okay, she finishes her sentences. She finishes her sentences. And last year?
Last year I finished my sentences.
Very good, very good. Are you ready for more review?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's go. Now, some frequency adverbs. Often, sometimes, always, and never. ¿Cómo se dice often en español?
A menudo.
And sometimes,
Algunas veces.
and never,
Nunca.
and always?
Siempre.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I
Are
am.
you always ready?
I'm always ready.
Are you never ready?
Uh,
No, you're always ready.
no, I'm always ready.
Okay, so I'm going to say a sentence and you have to repeat, but with a frequency adverb. And I want you to try at home too, okay? Students learn every day.
Students always learn.
Okay, so students learn every day, students always learn. What's the opposite of students always learn?
Students never learn.
Very good. Dogs never like cats.
Uh,
With always.
Dog always.
dogs?
Dogs always hate cats.
Very good. So dogs never like cats. Dogs always hate cats. I eat chewing gum most days.
You sometimes eat chewing gum.
Chewing gum.
Chewing gum.
Okay. Tom Cruise smiles a lot.
Tom Cruise always smiles.
Okay, he always smiles. Tom Cruise smiles a lot. He smiles every day. He always smiles. Rafa Nadal gets injured now and again. ¿Cómo se dice now and again?
De vez en cuando.
Okay, so he gets injured now and again. Injured, ¿qué significa injured?
Herido, lesionado.
Okay, so he gets injured now and again.
Rafa Nadal sometimes gets injured.
So he sometimes gets injured. Rafa Nadal sometimes gets injured. Esther, you don't go to parties ever.
I never go to parties.
She never goes to parties. Okay. Steve plays tennis once a month.
Steve sometimes plays tennis.
Very good. Steve sometimes plays tennis. Jackie goes to the library every week.
Jackie sometimes goes to the library.
¿Y library? ¿Qué significa library?
La biblioteca.
Okay, very good. So always practice your English, never stop, and we'll see you very soon, and thank you. Goodbye.
To speak, I'm speaking to you now. I'm speaking to you in English. I'm not speaking to you in Spanish. Every day I come here, and every day I speak. I speak to you every day in English. I don't usually speak to you in Spanish, but sometimes I speak to you in Spanish. And I speak to you about English grammar, I speak to you about vocabulary. I speak to you about many things. But basically, I speak to you about English. And I speak to you about cameras, about changing cameras. So let's change to camera number 1. Okay. Speak, spoke, spoken. Every day I speak. Yesterday I spoke. Yes. Yesterday I spoke to you about finish. The day before yesterday I spoke to you about, I don't remember. I don't remember what I spoke to you about. What did I speak to you about the day before yesterday? What did I speak to you about last week? What did I speak to you about last month? What did I speak to you about last year? Yeah, to speak about. To speak to. I speak to you about a subject. I speak to you, or I talk to you about a subject. Speak, spoke, spoken. Every day I speak. Yesterday I spoke. Every day Maria. Every day she speaks. Yesterday she spoke. Yesterday Maria spoke to me about her salary. Yeah. And she spoke to me about her needs. And she spoke to me about her problems. She spoke to me about her boyfriend. She spoke to me about her car. Yeah. She spoke to me about the prices in general. She spoke to me about many things. And I spoke to her about the possibilities. But I'm not her boss. I'm simply the English teacher. So I spoke to her about my problems too. I spoke to her about my difficulties. I spoke to her about my opportunities. And I spoke to her about her opportunities as well. Okay, speak, spoke, spoken. All right. Last week I spoke to my sister. Yes, I spoke to her for about 20 minutes. I spoke to her about the weather because my sister lives in Colorado. And it's very cold in Colorado and it snows a lot. I spoke to her about the snow. I spoke to her about the snow in Spain. And I spoke to her about the snow in Colorado. And I spoke to her about President Obama. And I spoke to her about coming to Spain. And I spoke to her about the possibility of me going to Denver, Colorado. I spoke to her about her children, her 2 sons. And I spoke to her about her job. And she spoke to me about her job. And I spoke to her about my job. I spoke to her about Inglés 4.0. I spoke to her about this television show. I spoke to her about Maria. I spoke to her about my children. I spoke to her about many things. Okay, now, 2 weeks ago, I saw my best friend for the first time in 3 or 4 months. We had lunch together. His name is Sergio. And first I remember I spoke to him about my family. And then I spoke to him about my job. And then I spoke to him about my plans for next summer. And then I spoke to him about the opportunities in the English learning market. And then I spoke to him about my trip to Colombia to look at possibilities for television or radio. And then I spoke to him about the clothes I wear on television. And then I spoke to him about my impression of teaching on television versus teaching on the radio. So I spoke to him about a lot of things. He spoke to me about his job. It was interesting. He has an interesting job. He spoke to me about crime. He spoke to me about the criminal index in this country. He spoke to me about the judicial system. He spoke to me about the number of small crimes committed in Spain. He spoke to me about the prison system in Spain. He spoke to me about the terrorist problem. And he spoke to me about his mother. Yeah. He spoke to me for about 3 or 4 minutes about his mother. And then he spoke to me about his 2 sisters. And then he spoke to me about Cordoba, because he has a sister who lives in Cordoba. So he spoke to me about Cordoba. And then he spoke to me about the mosque in Cordoba, the mosque, la mezquita, escrito mosque, como mosqueteros, sin teros, mosque is mezquita in English. He spoke to me about the mosque in Cordoba. And then he spoke to me about the Parador near Cordoba. And then he spoke to me about the fast train between Cordoba and Madrid, 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then he spoke to me about his plans for next summer. He spoke to me about his mother and about his plans for next summer. And then he spoke to me about a monastery in Navarra. He spoke to me about a monastery in Navarre that he wants to visit, and he wants to stay there next summer. So he spoke to me about a lot of things, and I spoke to him about a lot of things. We spoke to each other about many different things, and we had lunch together in a nice restaurant. He paid for the lunch. I didn't pay for it. But he spoke to me about his job, and then he spoke to me about his salary, and then he spoke to me about the free time he has in his job. And then he spoke to me at the time he needed to spend with his mother. He has 2 sisters. One lives in Cordoba, and the other lives in León, but the mother lives in Madrid, and she's a widow. Her husband died several years ago. And so his mother is a widow, and she's 83 years old, and she has problems with her health. So my friend Sergio spends a lot of time helping his mother. And last week, when I had lunch with Sergio, he spoke to me about those problems. He spoke to me about the difficulties of taking care of his mother. He spoke to me about the possibility of taking her to a special place. He spoke to me about many things. Very interesting lunch. Okay, our sponsors want to speak to you about interesting things too. So I'll come back in a few minutes to speak to you as well. You know, in the classes I have given you since the beginning, starting at the beginning, do you remember the first day of class? Yes, the first day of class I spoke to you about a cup, a watch, a table, a book. I spoke to you about many objects. Then I spoke to you about countries, Uruguay, Paraguay, Spain, Portugal. And then I spoke to you about continents and cities. And then I spoke to you about capitals. And then I spoke to you about myself. I'm a teacher. Then I spoke to you about you are a student. I'm a teacher, you're a student. I spoke to you about the present continuous. I spoke to you about the verb to be. I spoke to you about simple adjectives. I spoke to you about many things. But you didn't speak to me about anything because I can't hear you. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Hello everyone, I'm Natasha, your teacher, and today I'm here with a very, very special student. Her name is Pilar. Pilar, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And you, Natasha?
I'm great. What did you do today to improve your English? ¿Qué hiciste hoy para mejorar tu inglés?
I listened to the radio.
Okay.
And I read the manual.
Very good. So you reviewed for today, right?
Yes.
And did you review previous classes?
Yes, I reviewed previous classes.
I reviewed
previous classes.
Very, very good. Okay, that's excellent. That's very, very good. Remember, you have to review as well, okay? All right, let's start with the grammar point of the day. We're going to see the verb speak, okay? What does speak mean, Pilar?
Hablar.
Okay, and what is the past of speak?
Spoke.
Very good, it's irregular.
Yes.
Okay, it's irregular. Spoke, okay? Mucho cuidado, hay que decirlo como si tuviese una U después de la O, okay? Spoke, okay? Spoke, okay? Remember, it's spoke, never spoke or speak, okay? So, Bilal, every day I,
Speak.
very good. And yesterday?
I spoke.
Very, very good. I'm very happy, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. Did they speak to you yesterday?
Yes, they spoke to me.
They spoke.
They spoke to me yesterday.
Very good. One more time.
Yes, they spoke to me yesterday.
Very good. Yes, they spoke to me yesterday. Con esa U ahí, ¿ok? Spoke. Es muy importante que lo digáis así. Spoke. La K final también es muy fuerte, ¿ok? Spoke. Okay, next question for you at home. Did they speak German last month? Did they speak German last month? Very good. Yes, they spoke German last month. Yes, they spoke German last month. Pilar, can you repeat?
Yes, they spoke German last month.
Very good. Yes, they spoke German last month. Okay, the next one is for you, okay? Did you speak to him yesterday?
Yes, I spoke to him yesterday.
Very good pronunciation. Yes, I spoke to him yesterday. Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? Do you speak Spanish every day? Do you speak Spanish every day? Be careful with the pronunciation. Speak Spanish, okay? Very good. Yes, I speak Spanish every day. And you, Pilar?
Yes, I speak Spanish every day.
And English?
Yes, I speak English every day.
Very good. Okay. Did you speak English last week?
Yes, I spoke English last week.
Very good. Yes, I spoke English last week. Okay, careful with the pronunciation. Spoke. Okay. The next one is for you. Do you speak on the phone every day? Do you speak on the phone every day? Very good. Yes, I speak on the phone every day. Okay, let's see if Pilar speaks on the phone every day.
Yes, I speak on the phone every day.
Very good. Okay, did I speak to you about Australia last week?
Yes, you spoke to
You?
spoke.
Very good.
Yes, you spoke to me about Australia last week.
Very good. Yes, you spoke to me about Australia last week. Okay, the next one is for you, okay? Did you speak to your neighbors last week? Did you speak to your neighbors last week? Very good. Yes, I spoke to my neighbors last week. Pilar, one more time. This one.
Yes, I spoke to my neighbors last week.
Very, very good. I'm very happy with your pronunciation of speak and spoke. It's
Thank
perfect,
you.
okay? The next one. Do you speak French well?
Yes, I speak French well.
Very good. Ask me.
Do you speak French well?
Very good. No, I don't speak French well, okay? Even though, aunque mi madre es suiza, pero no. No. Okay, the next one. Did you speak Russian yesterday?
No, I didn't speak Russian yesterday.
And him?
Yes, he spoke Russian last week.
Very good. Yes, he spoke Russian last week. And you at home? Very good. Yes, I spoke Russian last week. Okay, the next one is for you, okay? Did I speak to you 2 months ago? Did I speak to you 2 months ago? ¿Qué es 2 months ago?
Hace 2 meses.
Very good. She knows everything. Did I speak to you 2 months ago? Very good. Yes, you spoke to me 2 months ago. Yes, you spoke to me 2 months ago. And you, Pilar?
Yes, I spoke to you 2 months ago.
Very good. Okay. Do you speak to your friends often?
Yes, I speak to my friends often.
Very good. Yes, I speak like a snake, okay? Never speak. So, yes, I speak to my friends often. Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? Did you speak to someone on the phone yesterday? Did you speak to someone on the phone yesterday? Very good. Yes, I spoke to someone on the phone yesterday. Yes, I spoke to someone on the phone yesterday. And you, Pilar?
Yes, I spoke to someone on the phone yesterday.
Very, very good. I'm very happy because you're getting it all right. The people at home are getting it all right, okay? You're mastering this verb. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, the next one. Does your friend speak to you in Japanese?
Yes, he speaks to me in Japanese.
Very good. And yesterday?
Yes, he spoke to me in Japanese yesterday.
Very, very good. Yes, he speaks to me in Japanese. Como es tercera persona, tenemos que añadir la S. Yes, he speaks to me in Japanese, but he spoke to me in Japanese yesterday. Okay, the next one is for you at home, okay? Did you speak a lot in our previous class? Did you speak a lot in our previous class? Very good. Yes, I spoke a lot in our previous class. And you, Bilal, did you speak a lot?
Yes, I spoke a lot in our previous class.
Very good. Okay, the next one. Did she speak to her boss yesterday?
Yes, she spoke to her
Boss?
boss yesterday.
Very good. One more time.
Yes, she spoke to her boss yesterday.
Very, very good. Yes, she spoke to her boss yesterday. Okay, the last one for you, okay? Do you speak on the phone at night? Very good. Yes, I speak on the phone at night. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Pilar. You
Thank
did a
you.
great job. Thank you at home. Remember to study a lot. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
List time. It's time for a list. Camera one. Tenemos trabajo. We have a lot of work. Okay. No tengo tiempo para ti. I don't have any time for you. I don't have any time for you. ¿Tienes tiempo para mí? Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you have any time for me? No. I don't have any time for you. The last thing I have time for is you. Okay? So go away. Come back another day. All right? I don't have time for you. Y la lluvia digo lo mismo. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. I don't have time for you, rain. But the rain doesn't listen to me. The rain continues. All right? And today it's raining. It's raining outside. It's not raining inside. So I'm not wet. But it's raining outside. No tengo tiempo para ti. I don't have any time for you. No tengo dinero para ti. I don't have any money for you. No tengo nada para ti. I don't have anything for you except motivation to learn English. Tenemos una reunión importante mañana. We have an important meeting tomorrow. We have an important meeting tomorrow. Excuse me. What kind of meeting do we have tomorrow? We have an important meeting tomorrow. How important? Very important. Come on. How important? Really important. We have an important meeting tomorrow. No tenemos suficiente dinero. We don't have enough money. Enough. We don't have enough money. También se admite we haven't got enough money. We haven't got. Pero recomiendo we don't have. Para dejar el verbo to have como los demás verbos. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. Excuse me, do we have enough money? No, we don't. We don't have enough money. Tienes un mensaje en el contestador. You have an answer. Oh, you have a message. Message. There's a message for Michael. Tienes un mensaje. You have a message on the answering machine. On the answering machine. You have a message on the answering machine. Answering. No tienes mi número de teléfono, eh? You don't have my telephone number. Do you want my telephone number? Do you need my telephone number? You don't have. You don't have. You don't have my phone number or my telephone number. All right? Tienen un nuevo estilo. They have a new style. They have a new style. I like it. Yes. They have a new style. They have A new style. Do you have a new style? Me, no. I don't have a new style. I'm too old. I have an old style. But it's a good style, in my opinion. No tienen mucho tiempo. They don't have much time. They don't have much time. Do they have much time? No, they don't. Do they have much time? No, they don't. They don't have much time. They don't have a lot of time. También vale a lot of. Lo que no vale es much en el afirmativo. Si afirmo, they have a lot of time. No puedo decir they have much time. They have a lot of time. But in the negative or in the interrogative, both are possible. Do they have much time? Do they have a lot of time? They don't have much time. They don't have a lot of time. So, a lot of is universally correct. It's always correct. Tengo tiempo, pero no mucho. I have time, or I have some time, but not much. I have some time, but not much. Tengo problemas, sí, pero no muchos. I have some problems, but not many. I have some problems, but not many. I have some time, but not much. I have some problems, but not many. There is some butter in my refrigerator, but not much. There are some bottles of beer in my refrigerator, but not many. Okay. ¿Dónde tienes tu coche? Where do you have your car? Where is your car, or where do you have your car? Aquí no diría yo, where have you got your car? Where have you got your car? Maybe. Where do you have your car? Do you have it at home? Do you have it at the office? Do you have it in the garage? Where do you have your car? ¿Y tu tío dónde tiene su rancho? Mi tío en México. ¿Dónde tiene su rancho? Yeah, where does your uncle have his ranch? Where does your uncle have his ranch? Where does he have his ranch? Where does he have his ranch? My uncle, he has his ranch in Hermosilla. Yeah, in Hermosilla. Yeah, near Chihuahua. All right, he has his ranch. And where does your uncle have his ranch? No, my uncle doesn't have a ranch. I don't have a rich uncle like you. I don't have a rich uncle either, eh? But he has a ranch, small ranch, okay? ¿Y qué tenemos aquí? What do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have here? To have. Remember, do you have? Do I have? Does he have? Does she have? Does it have? Tu coche tiene dos faros. Does your car have 2 headlights? Does it have 4 doors? Does it have power steering? Does it have 4 wheels? Does it have a powerful engine? Does it have 2 seats in the front and 2 seats in the back? Does it have a trunk or boot in the back? Does it have 4-wheel drive? Tracción sobre las 4 ruedas. Does it have 4-wheel drive? Does it have a guarantee? Does it have a lot of problems? Does it give you a lot of problems? To have. Do you have? I don't have. I have. I have a car. I don't have a car. Do you have a car? She has a car. She doesn't have a car. Does she have a car? Does Spain have any economic problems? Does Spain have any problems with Morocco? Does Spain have a lot of Catholic people? Does Spain have an army? Does Spain have a navy? Does Spain have a coast guard? Does Spain have the Marines? Does Spain have an air force? Does Spain have? Do you have? Does she have? Does it have? Do I have? Etc. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Layla. Today we're going to do vocabulary and a translation list.
To help me, I have Pilar here with me. Pilar, how are you?
Fine, thank you. And you, Leila?
I'm doing great, thank you. All right, are you ready to start?
Yes, I am.
Okay, fantastic. So let's go with the 5 new vocabulary words of the day. So as always, I'll tell you the vocabulary word in Spanish and Pilar will say it in English, okay? Because this way we can practice together, all right? And remember that I always want you practicing at home out loud, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's go with the first word, okay? The first one is establecer o fijar, okay? It's a phrasal verb. Pilar?
To set up.
Exactly, very good, okay? To set up. Now remember with the P and the U, we can link the sound to set up. Okay, great. The next one, exitoso.
Successful.
Exactly, okay, very good. Successful, but
Ah.
successful, quizás un poquitito. Say
Más-
it one more time.
Successful.
Okay, good. All right, successful. Okay, great.
Okay.
All right. The next one, el mejor o lo mejor.
The best.
One more time.
The best.
Very good. Okay. The, remember that sound, the, and then the T at the end, the best. Okay, tener miedo de.
To be afraid of.
Very good. Excellent. All right. To be afraid of. Now here we can link all the sounds. To be afraid of. Okay, be afraid. The 2 vowels together, be afraid, and then the D with the O. To be afraid of. Okay? And always with the preposition of. Okay, the preposition never changes. And the last one is to be boring.
Que es estar aburrido.
Ser.
Ser aburrido.
Exactly. Okay, because estar aburrido sería to be bored with the ED
Okay.
at the end.
Okay.
Okay? So
Ser
one more
aburrido.
time.
To be boring.
Exactly. Okay, very good. All right. Are you ready for the list now?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Okay. So the same process I'll tell you in Spanish, okay? And I want you to translate at home in English, always repeating out loud as many times as possible, okay? Pilar, let's go. No tengo tiempo para ti.
I don't have time for you.
Okay, but in this case, we're going to use any. I don't have any time for you.
Okay. I don't have any time for you.
Okay, so I don't have any time for you.
I don't have any time for you.
Very good, okay? I don't have any time for you. Okay, the next one. Tenemos una reunión importante mañana.
We have an important meeting tomorrow.
Okay, so link the sounds for me.
We have an important meeting tomorrow.
Exactly, very good. Okay, so we have an important, okay, so there we link all the sounds. We have an important meeting tomorrow. Okay, can you say it just one more time for me?
Okay. We have an important meeting tomorrow.
Very good, okay. Meeting. Remember the NG at the end.
Meeting.
Good, okay. No tenemos suficiente dinero.
We don't have enough money.
We,
Don't have enough money.
very good. Okay, so have enough, we can link.
We don't have enough money.
Very good, okay, exactly. Remember, it's money, it's not money. So we don't, remember the OU sound, we don't have enough money. Okay, great, excellent. Tienes un mensaje en el contestador. Pilar?
You have a message in the.
Oh, so we use the preposition on.
We have.
You.
You have a message on the. I don't know.
Okay, ask me.
How do you say contestador in English?
Very good, okay. Contestador in English is answering machine.
Okay. You have a message in the answering machine.
On.
On the answering machine. Machine.
Machine. Okay.
Machine.
So be careful. Remember, you want to make sure that you say machine at the end, okay? And the answering, we can link there as well. The answering, okay?
Okay.
We link the E sound with the E sound, okay? So it's the answering instead of the answering, the answering. Okay, one more time, Pilar.
Okay. You have a message on the answering machine. Machine.
Machine, okay? So
Okay.
you have a message on the answering machine. Okay,
Okay.
great. No tienes mi número de teléfono.
You don't have my number phone.
Okay, the other way around. My phone number.
You don't have my phone number.
Phone number.
Phone number.
Okay, good. So there we link again. You don't have my phone number. We have an N with an N, same sound, so we link. You don't, always remember the OU sound, we don't, or you don't have my phone number. Okay, great. The next one. No tienen mucho tiempo.
They don't have much. They don't have much time.
Exactly, okay. They, always remembering that sound, right? How is that sound?
They
don't have much time. All right? They don't have much time. Now here we don't link anything, okay?
Okay.
Tengo tiempo, pero no mucho.
I have time, but not much.
Exactly. Okay, excellent. So, I have time, comma, I have time, but not much. Okay? But not much. Tengo problemas, pero no muchos.
I have some problems, but not many.
Exactly. Okay? So we can say I have some problems or I have problems. In this case, you can say it or not. Okay? It's not incorrect if you don't say it. All right?
Okay.
Just say it one more time for me.
I have problems, but not many.
Good. Okay, great. You're practicing at home out loud, right? Okay, I hope so. The next one. ¿Dónde tienes tu coche?
Where's your car?
Okay, that would be ¿Dónde está tu coche? Right? So this is ¿Dónde tienes tu coche?
Where do you have your car?
Exactly. Okay, now it's a question, right? Give me intonation.
Where do you have your car?
Very good. Okay, fantastic. Exactly. Where do you have your car? One more time.
Where do you have your car?
Okay, great. ¿Dónde tiene tu tío su rancho?
Where does your uncle have? Where does your uncle have his
Ranch.
his ranch?
Okay, so be careful there. Does, right? Where does? Say it one more time.
Where does your uncle have his ranch?
Very good, okay. Where does your uncle have his ranch? Okay, and ¿qué tenemos aquí?
What do we have here?
Okay, exactly. What do we have here? Okay, excellent job, Pilar.
Thank you.
Very well done. Okay, so that's all the time we have for today. See you next time. Goodbye.
Okay, congratulations on finishing another class, class 148. And the translation list, every sentence is have, con do. Do you have, does she have, do I have, etc. Does Spain have? Does Spain have a lot of good English speakers? No, it doesn't. Does Spain have the potential to create good English speakers? Yes, it does. And my job, and the job of my colleagues, and Maria's job, and Jorge's job, our job is to make it easier for you to learn English well. But we need your help to do it, because it takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of work, and a lot of perseverance to reach a good level of English. But I've seen many people reach it, so you can reach it too. I'll see you tomorrow.